best players that's ever played at Florida State in their program. So right here, right up the road at Sylacauga, Alabama. And by the way, Sylacauga boys back in the finals, in the semifinals tomorrow. They'll take on their rival Talladega.
Wow.
How about that? So you want to talk about adding even more suspense and energy to a game. You know, not only do you make it to the semifinal, you turn around and you play your rival in there. So Talladega and Sylacauga is already is one of those matchups you don't want to miss during the regular season because they go at each other so hard. Now they get to play each other on the big stage up there in the Legacy Arena.
Will there be anybody north of here?
No, won't be anybody. Yeah, they will. There'll be somebody north of here. They'll all be in the BJCC.
Yeah.
But you know, Sylacauga and Talladega proper will probably be shut down.
Well, good for them.
Yeah, I mean, what a great opportunity that is, and you know, great representation for that county to have those two schools in it. I've got 2 games tomorrow, 4 games tomorrow, and I'll call in both of those duos there. I'll have the boys and girls from 2 high schools in the same, well, not in the same game obviously, but one in 5A and then one in 6A. The way it works out, so it's going to be interesting. It's unique to see schools that get both their girls and their boys teams there, and it happens a little bit more than you think it does. I mean, every single year we have multiple teams that have both their boys and their girls. Today, Lauderdale County had their boys and girls in the semifinals. So
It's funny how that works out, but
It
like
is.
you say, I mean, they're probably not coincidental. You know, these schools, and again, we talked about this earlier today. You see a lot of the same schools, football and basketball, making to the state title game appearances. Auburn coming off a loss in Gainesville, headed to Fayetteville tonight. That one at 8 o'clock. We'll talk about that one a little bit when it gets tipped off. Alabama already underway, coming off a loss at home to Arkansas. They're playing Florida at home, a team they beat by 20 earlier this year. They were down 19 at the break, 37-19. Alabama, again, we keep talking about this. Some feel like that Alabama is comfortably in the NCAA tournament. Others,
okay, can I stop you there? And I don't know what the outcome of this game will be. I mean, Alabama could come back and win.
They could.
I mean, it's not out of the realm of possibility. 37-18 is your halftime.
They better get on their horse.
They better get on the horse. But let me just say this: how is anybody looking at this team saying they're? And no, I'm not an Alabama fan. Everybody knows that's followed this show forever that I'm a big Auburn fan. And so I know everybody's going to say, well, who's just saying that because it's Alabama? No, I'm not. I mean, if it were Auburn at 17-11, okay, and we've played Alabama's schedule, which everybody proclaims is a lot better than what Auburn's played, I'll give you that. There's no way anybody would be sitting there going, well, man, that team's pretty much a lot to go to the NCAA. I'm saying that with 2 games remaining in the regular season plus the tournament. Mm-hmm. Okay, this was about 4 games ago everybody was saying there were a lot. I don't know many people, if Alabama loses tonight and then has a very daunting task against A&M, the final game, that anybody's looking at their resume, although it's a tough schedule in RPI, and saying, Andy, that a 17-13 team in the regular season and a team that had a losing record in the conference is a lock to go to the NCAA tournament.
Let's say 17-14, 8-10. No,
that's what
you
I'm
better
saying.
win. You better win the SEC tournament, or you better win at least 3 games. I mean, at 17 and no, there's no. You're NIT bound if it's 17-14, 8-10.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I mean, but all this talk of, you know, that they're a lock in the tournament is asinine to me.
No,
I'm sorry, man.
Well, I don't think it's legitimate. I mean, you know, who Lenardi had him as a 7 seed, I think, 7-8 seed, somewhere around in there in the last couple weeks. But I mean, again, that was with, you know, Alabama being 500. Now they're dipping below that, even out of winning.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, you know,
things are not going. Things are taking a turn for the worse.
That's right. I mean, I just don't see. I mean, I don't see anybody calling them a lot right now.
No.
But Auburn has been consistent. I'll give them that over the last 3 weeks. They've dropped 2 spots every week for the last 3 weeks. They've gone from 8 to 10 to 12.
The team they've beaten, Alabama.
Yeah,
They get beat by Arkansas. They get beat by Florida. So
8 to 10 to 12, and
now they're 14.
And now they're 14. So just
Tennessee
keep on
winning,
dropping on down.
Tennessee winning tonight.
And I think
I
think you and Luke talked about Auburn dropping no further than a 4 seed. I totally disagree with that.
Yeah.
I mean, I think you got to wait and see what happens tonight, what happens against South Carolina, and then the tournament. I mean, if Auburn has,
well, let's say that they were the first. They were the top 2 seed.
They were the top.
So
2 seed.
there's you could drop and still be a 2 seed, right? You could be the last 2 seed. Depending on how that
it's
works.
all a trending down thing. Auburn lost Anthony McLemore. That may have
cannot lose out. Auburn that would just not be. I think Auburn is a lock for the tournament.
I do too. I don't know if they can screw that up. I think.
Yeah.
Let me take that back. I mean, I don't know. I really don't think that there's any danger of that. But I do think there is danger of them dropping to a mid-level seed. I'm talking anywhere from 7 to 9.
Wow, really?
Well, I mean, if they lose out, Andy, and they've lost the way they've lost to some of these teams.
But 24 wins, you don't think that just in itself gets you
we can run
4
down
or 5 seed? A 6 seed.
It could.
I guess.
Maybe I'm going overboard a little bit. Pre-Alabama game is when I said if they lose out, they could drop down.
Yeah.
Now that they won the Alabama game and they got Florida that beat them on the road, and then these 2 games, maybe at worst a 5 seed now. Maybe before then a 7 to 9 if you lose to Alabama and then lose out from there. So
an opportunity tonight for all.
Can we just please win the last 2 and not worry about it?
It would be nice.
Then you're talking about being the conference champion and a chance that you were outright champions if Tennessee were to lose a couple of games, and then you're looking at a clinch of a 2 seed because you're conference champions.
Yeah, no doubt about it.
So,
but again, an opportunity tonight. This Arkansas team, while they are playing better, Auburn has beat them the first time around. Now, granted, Anthony McLemore, you're down a player. But there's you can't use that as an excuse. I mean, this is just, it is what it is. If you're able to take care of Alabama like you did and up by 24 at one point, then, shoot the ball well, you got a great chance to win the game.
No doubt.
We'll see how it plays out.
Am I reading this right? Okay. From 1836 to 409 the first half, Alabama was 0-9, 19 shooting.
No, 0 of 19.
0 of 19.
That's called Stone Cold.
But they made 8 free throws, which all 8 points they had in that time frame were from free throws.
Wow.
So it was 25 to 8.
And that's at home. That's in your own gym.
0 for 19? Now, we did start 1 for 16 against Kentucky.
Yeah.
We can't say much. Can't say much at all. So, but 0 for 19 on a stretch from 1830 to 409, somewhere around in there.
Maybe those kids need a haircut.
Is Dante Hall trying to do a fashion statement wearing 2 different shoes every night?
I don't know.
I mean, a red shoe and a white one every night.
I want to tell you something.
I know they probably were issued different both pairs. Did he think it was pretty cool to just? I'm gonna wear one each.
Hey, well, okay. We'd love to hear from you. 256-234-6221. Give us a call. More to come. We are just now getting started on Sportz Blitz Live. More to come right after this.
What's the verdict?
Can't fix your heat pump. Need a new one.
Uh-oh. What are you thinking?
I'm thinking Daikin.
Call on Kevin Kill and Sunshine Heating and Air at 256-825-4849, Central Alabama's premier Daikin dealer.
So what's he thinking?
Oh, he's thinking Daikin.
Daikin, one of the top selling in the world.
Now I'm thinking Daikin.
Daikin, comfort for life.
Find everything you need for the perfect outdoor living space at Russell Do-It Center, like the Fire Rock Outdoor Conventional Fireplace, smartly designed masonry systems that are easy to install and are less than half the cost of a scratch-built brick and mortar fireplace. Weber Grills, the best outdoor gas, electric, and charcoal grills, which always come pre-assembled. Yeti Coolers, premium coolers and accessories that are the ultimate in design, performance, and durability. Russell Do-It Center, experience and knowledge from the pros.
Main Street Family Urgent Care. At Main Street Family Urgent Care, we want you to know one of the benefits of our clinic. We have a self-pay option that allows you to get the most out of your visit. That means you don't have to worry about receiving a large bill after your visit. $125 covers all in-house labs, stitches, x-rays, or injections, and we have a selection of antibiotics available in the clinic. We want you to feel better fast at Main Street Family Urgent Care, open 7 days a week in Alexander City across the street from Walmart.
Feel better fast.
So Dave here is taking the family up to the lake for the weekend, but without the white knuckles this time. Because his new 2018 Ford F-150 has Bliss with trailer coverage. It's Brainiac smart. Not only does it watch your F-150's blind spots, it's got your trailer covered too. One less thing to spoil the weekend. No, it can't make the fish bite, but maybe they'll work on that. This is the new 2018 Ford F-150. It doesn't just raise the bar, pal. It is the bar.
If you're seeing the American cockroach, throw up the red flag. Ladybugs, throw up the red flag. Ants and swarming termites, throw up the red flag. And kudzu bugs, throw up the red flag. That's Red Flag Pest Control. So the caution is on. Call Red Flag Pest Control today.
I'm Scott Davis with Red Flag Pest Control, celebrating our 10th anniversary. Call me today, 256-825-0430.
Ready to put some fun in your life? Whether it's Central or East Alabama, North Alabama, West Georgia, or wherever you're from, Fun Carts of Opelika is your authorized easy-go cart dealer that has no limits on a perfect easy-go cart. Whether it's a fully customized cart or a stock-made cart, we'll deliver it on time and at the best price. Fun Carts gives you the service after the sale, so no matter if it's hunting, tailgating, motorhoming, fleet rental, or just a better way to get around, Fun Carts of Opelika has it and will customize it to your needs. Visit us in Opelika or call us or visit online for the best easy-go carts. Put a little fun in your life with Fun Carts of Opelika.
This segment of Sportz Blitz is brought to you by Bice Motors in Alexander City. Brian and his crew offer the latest lines of Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, and Ram vehicles, as well as the best used inventory around. Guaranteed lowest price. Bice.
Welcome back, everyone, to Sportz Blitz Live. Andy and Brett here with you until 9 o'clock, taking your phone calls, 256-234-6221. You look like you got something you want to say.
Well, I was going to tell you that Golden State's playing Atlanta Friday night in Atlanta, and so I'm sitting there thinking, let's look up ticket prices. Me and Brady, in all my spare time, we ride over to Atlanta and catch because the Golden State's there. And
how often do you see the Warriors play?
You don't. I mean, so you don't make it over here much. So I take a gander at StubHub and some of these other places. Because, it's been sold out. So you got to get it on the secondhand market. A cool $400 to $500 for up there in the very top of the building a piece. I said, okay, well, let's just go on and scan down there and how much more it is on the lower level. Thousands, Andy. Thousands of dollars. I'm not talking about like $1,100 or $1,500. Like in the lower section. $2,000-$3,000 down there, right there by the floor. $7,000-$8,000 a ticket. I even saw $11,000 for a ticket for a daggone regular season basketball game.
Who's buying?
I don't know. Not me.
Are there
but
individuals who are buying them?
I mean,
Or those are buying, or is corporations buying them?
Well, StubHub has it out there for sale. So, I mean, I can pull the tickets up for you and let you see them yourself. But, I mean, I thought to myself, this is not the finals. This isn't the championship, the 7th game of the NBA Finals. This is a mid-season, who gives a rip
in Atlanta.
In Atlanta that, you know, Steph Curry may say, I don't feel real good tonight. I ain't going to play.
Yeah, what if the starters are sitting?
Well, I mean, there's a chance that happens. I mean, so I'm going to float over there and buy me a big 2 tickets that cost me $2,000. And I'm going to sit there and Kevin Durant decides, hey, man, I'm going to take a night off. That long flight across country was rough. And I mean, you don't even get to see some of the guys that I don't know. They'll probably all play, but I won't be in the building to watch it.
But the refreshments may be reasonable.
I mean, I don't know if they keep up with the same concession prices in the Phillips Arena that they do over in the Mercedes Dome. So.
Maybe not. That's shocking.
It's just amazing, man. I mean, I understand Golden State's like the super team right now, and I do regret when you and I were growing up that we didn't go and watch Michael Jordan play Atlanta.
Yeah.
You know, the times that he came over, you know, I would have loved to have been able to see him in person. That would have been pretty cool. But I ain't paying. That's unbelievable. That's not even. It's not even worth talking about.
And
really.
sadly, you know, we probably could have gotten tickets for $70.
Oh, we could have
$50.
We could have
back then
in the Omni, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's unbelievable what people are. I'll have to pull them up, man. I'll pull up tickets here in a little bit and let you see for yourself.
I'm not sure I want to see them. That make me.
I mean, that just is that not unbelievable?
That's sad. Is what it is. But I mean, does that speak to the popularity of the NBA right now?
I think it speaks to the popularity of Golden State because I think if you tried to get a Hawks ticket to who out there is not worth a darn. I mean,
Timberwolves,
the Nets,
the Nets,
or the Sacramento Kings.
Yeah.
I mean, if they roll into town, I mean, it still for floor seats would probably cost you several $100s, but several $100s. I'm not talking about $11,000 for one ticket. That's unfathomable, man.
Well, I mean, courtside, I guess you're hobnobbing with
well, I understand
the elite.
I get it. You know, I understand. Like I said, but anybody else other than Golden State's probably not near that expensive. I didn't go through and research all the different ticket prices for the rest of the games for the Hawks. I'd seen enough after I pulled that up.
Yeah, I think I've seen enough.
My daughter runs into the room and says, well, I want to go too. I said, nobody's going at these prices, so I don't care who wants to go.
Yeah. Yeah, well, you say goodbye to Daddy's kidney.
No question. Is it worth one regular season NBA game?
Tennessee up 46-40 on Mississippi State. Again, we'll keep Auburn keeping an eye on that game as Tennessee. They would be, pushing for a tie, a co-championship, and pushing for an outright championship. If Tennessee can win out, they finish the season.
Auburn loses out, and they will have lost the conference on the last week of the season.
And boy, would that not be
typical Auburn.
Well, I don't want to say typical, but it would be heartbreaking.
We've only won twice.
I'm aware.
We're going for our third.
Well, this is basketball.
Now, we wasn't close.
We have not been in position to win one. But
how many
maybe
games ahead of Kentucky were we in '99? I need to go back and look at that. We had to beat Vanderbilt. Well, I'll tell you how many. Not very many, because we had to beat Vanderbilt at home last game of the season.
We only lost 2 SEC games that year?
We're 29-4 overall at the end of the season.
Yeah, but we lost to Kentucky
and lost to them in the tournament too.
And we lost to Arkansas last
That's right.
Yeah, on the road.
In this place that we're headed to tonight.
Yeah.
All right. So my point is,
I think we only played 16.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we couldn't have won it by more than one game because we had to beat Vanderbilt to cut the nets down that night.
Yeah.
Because I remember all of us getting our T-shirt right after the game. I was on the floor. I still got my pictures, standing out on the floor with all the confetti and stuff that they let out because and I still got my piece of the net that I got a chance to get. So I got little bitty small tokens of keepsakes while I was at Auburn, working in media relations. But I mean, I get to look back on that and think now that we couldn't have won the league. We had to have been basically in a tie.
Yeah.
With Kentucky for the conference in '99.
Well, and back then, you're still in division, so there were no co-champions.
No.
You would have had a tiebreak. Now you could actually, you can actually have co-champions.
That's right.
So we'll, again, best case scenario for Auburn, go and win tonight.
Just win.
Just win, baby.
Isn't that what Al Davis said?
That's what Al Davis said. Just win, baby.
I don't know if Chioza can get one more tattoo on his body.
He doesn't have a lot of canvas left.
He doesn't, but I mean, most of it's got a lot of faces of people, and I mean, when you look at him, there's other people looking back at you. I mean, he's got multiple facial.
That's why he can see the court so well. I guess
he's got multiple eyes out there. So. Anyway, we've lost our mind.
We've gone off board here a little bit. Mississippi State 21-8, 9-7, trying to fight off Tennessee. I think they could work their way in. Alabama could work their way out. Missouri could play their way out. Texas A&M, I guess they're still in right now. You have them in. They've got a losing record.
I don't have them in.
So Lunardi's, I need an update on this.
Maybe this is a week. I mean, maybe if all of these teams are getting in, it says something about the rest of the country.
Maybe it does. We're up against another break here, but don't go anywhere. We'll be back with more right after this.
Fall in love with the ultimate driving machine and lease a BMW X1 for only $319 a month at BMW of Columbus. See our selection of the all-new BMW X3 or X5 SAV. And loyal BMW customers receive up to $5,500 in incentives from BMW of Columbus.
The Lennox iComfort S30 thermostat can sense changes in your environment. It even knows when you come and go. So now your home's most important system is also the smartest.
Farnell Mechanical gives you the smartest home comfort system available. It knows when you're away and adjusts when allergens and humidity get uncomfortable.
Trust Farnell Mechanical to provide perfect air for your family.
What perfect feels like. Lennox.
Homeowners all over Alabama have discovered that when you need your flooring clean, whether it's carpet, upholstery, or any manner of hard surfaces, there's no clean like Peaches and Clean. Serving Auburn, the Chattahoochee Valley, Montgomery, Birmingham, and the Lake Martin area. Call 866-837-6937. 866-837-6937. Or visit peachesandclean.com. Caring for your floor and a whole lot more.
There's no clean like Peaches and Clean.
TPE Power Equipment is now the trusted name for all your mower and power equipment needs. Whether it's our original Tallahassee location or Opelika location on Fredericks Road, we've got East Alabama covered with the best brands of mowers and power equipment from Husqvarna, Toro, Kawasaki, Echo, and Honda. Right now, get commercial strength Husqvarna zero-turn mowers with our fleet program that offers deep discounts, easy finance, and bonus handheld equipment in one solid package. TPE of Opelika and Tallahassee are the new standard of everything power equipment in East Alabama.
Good night, boss.
See ya.
See you tomorrow.
Bye.
When you're a business owner, your mind is always on the job.
Anything before I go?
All set.
So is ours. At Frankenmuth Insurance, our independent agents work with you to customize coverage, improve safety, and help prevent losses. Let us take some of the work off your plate. Start a frank conversation with your local agent.
The most anticipated event of the year going on now. The Nissan Now sales event at Sarah Nissan Sylacauga. New 2018 Nissan Versa, $10,988, or a new 2017 Titan 4x4, $24,950. Sarah Nissan Sylacauga. Customers first.
This segment of Sports Blitz is brought to you by Advanced Heating and Air, your authorized East Central Alabama train dealer. Call Advanced Heating and Air. You'll be glad you did.
Welcome back, everyone, to Sports Blitz Live. Andy and Brett here with you for about an hour and a half longer. Brought to you tonight by JR Sports Bar and Grill and Sunshine Heating and Air. Thank you so much for all of our sponsors out there. What?
Just tongue twisting. I mean, we get it out there, we get it.
Well, hey, as long as it's out there.
Let me tell you the thing up at Birmingham, what we get caught doing. It could be 9:30 in the morning, and you could smell eggs and bacon cooking, and we're gonna say, well, he's been in the game all night tonight. I mean, it don't matter what time of day. I said I feel like I'm in Las Vegas in a casino. There ain't a clock to be found. You don't know what time it is. Yeah. And, I mean, we walk in, it's dark. We come out, it's dark. I mean, it's just dark by the time we get done with everything. So, but we get caught in the middle of the day, and I know people that tune us in. Yeah, he's been after him all night tonight, and they're going, man, it's 9 o'clock in the morning. Did they go to bed last night? What's going on? Well, that's just because y'all are drunk usually when you do. Well, I wasn't going to divulge all that, but since you let it out of the bag, it's all right.
All right, how about a little more or less? We haven't done this in a while. Are you up for it?
I'm ready.
Okay. More ridiculous. Miles Bridges paying back $40. And the NCAA supposedly taking care of any NCAA violation, player from Michigan State, or Auburn self-reporting the money that was thrown at them by Florida fans, the change and stuff.
It is so
$5.
$5. That was just done as an insult. That was done tongue in cheek.
But
I love
Bruce said, "Hey, we are compliant." More ridiculous.
I'm going to go with Miles Bridges paying back the $40 because I think the Auburn thing was done. I think they relished the moment that they said, man, this is about to be good. Y'all get all that money. Collect it. I watched the video, and they tried to throw it back in the stands to them and float back down. They finally just picked it up. And, hey, what college kid ain't going to get a few dollars? You're going to throw me – now, if they were throwing play money down there, they're throwing real money at them. Hey, how much more you got? Keep on throwing it. You're the idiot. I mean, but they eat that kind of stuff. Kids, look, fans think that's funny and insulting to another team. Those kids eat that up, man. Yeah. They love that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I mean, this is kind of the deal, though, with the NCAA. I mean, it's if we're talking about somebody getting paid, $10,000, it's one thing.
Yeah.
If we're talking about a meal here, we're talking about $20 here, $40. I mean, really? Is that? I mean, we really don't have anything better and more important to deal with than $40. They get paid back $40.
That's the idiocracy of all this stuff. That's what LeBron James is talking about. Are we really talking about $40? Are we talking about playoffs, man?
Yeah.
I mean, playoffs? Are we talking about $40? Are we talking about $5 that got slung at somebody when you know really what goes on behind the scenes? Is that not comical, man?
Less appreciated addition to the Alabama coaching staff. Would it have been Hugh Freeze or might it be Butch Jones? Alabama fans would have less appreciation.
Less appreciation for Butch Jones.
Guy?
Butch Jones. Because Hugh Freeze beat them twice.
Mm-hmm.
And they go, man, outside of our rival across the state, we've lost to him more than anybody. Let's get him on our side. Let's hear what he's got to say about it. They've run over Butch Jones. They've run over Butch Jones like just like an old armadillo laid out in the road. I mean, they had no problems with Butch Jones.
Yeah.
So, yeah, they have a lot less
But even with the
for Butch
stain
Jones.
That's on,
it don't matter.
No real stain on.
I think at the end of the day, it's all about wins. Come on, man. If you're gonna overlook some other things that coaches and people do, they're overlooking Hugh Freeze. I mean, he was playing the game everybody else is playing, and he was winning at a fever pitch with it. I mean, he had Ole Miss on a level they ain't been at in maybe ever. I mean, seriously. 10, 11. I mean, his wins progressed every year.
How much of a legitimate chance do you think there is that Bush Jones ends up on as an analyst at Alabama? Switching games here. I'm going to say. What's the chances?
I'm going to say less than 50%.
Less than 50.
That's right.
I think he'd fit in perfect.
You do. I mean, come on out. So
more likely outcome, as mentioned by Dan Wetzel, 20-plus Power 5 college basketball coaches losing their job, or let's say less than 5 Power 5 conference coaches losing their job.
Depends on
which is more likely.
Depends on what comes out, Andy.
Well,
I mean, it depends on really what they come up with as far as substantive evidence that you can't ignore and that you can adhere to. I mean, if every team in the NCAA turned around and threw up a middle finger to the NCAA and said, I don't really care what kind of rules. We ain't playing by your rules anymore.
Well,
we're breaking off.
We're talking about FBI now.
But look, that's criminal stuff. All right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I mean, is Sean Miller getting arrested? Is he going to get arrested? Now, do you think he's going to get arrested?
No, well, I don't know. Depends on what. If he's not been arrested by now, then no.
Okay. All right. So, if they've got wiretaps on him guaranteeing a $100,000 payment, there's probably not a good chance he's going to get arrested. Okay, I'm just saying. Like, that could change. So the FBI is going to take all this and go, okay, here's all your evidence. And I'm not saying this is going to happen, but I'm saying that if all these teams, these blue bloods, go, look, man, we ain't going down. You got no power, and we're running you out of town, buddy. We're going to do it our way. We're going to split off. Joe Paterno threatened to do that years ago in college football, by the way. When the NCAA came snooping around his place, and then Bobby Bowden had the power he had at Florida State, and they came snooping around their place, they just kind of joined forces and said, I tell you what, you keep on snooping, and we're just going to snoop right on out, and we're going to take a bunch of people with us. And so guess what? When you bully a bully, they usually back down. And we also find out a lot of times that bullies really ain't that tough. And when teams fight back against NCAA, we find out what? They really ain't that tough. They really don't have any teeth. So I don't know where all of it's going to end. I dare say that 20-plus Power 5 coaches will not lose their job because I don't know what the NCAA is going to do to force them out of their job.
It's a good question.
I just don't. I don't know. Now, like I said, if it's some kind of unbelievable, overwhelming evidence and they want a clean house and they want to start over, then, yeah, that bombshell could happen.
We're up against another break. We'll continue these discussions. Love to hear from you. What's your thoughts on all this going on with the FBI probe in college basketball? More to come right after this.
Gotta get to Gills Auto Sales. We can finance, you got to get to Gills. Selection and price, got to get to Gills. Gotta get to Gills. Cars that fit your budget. Service that no one around can beat. Stop by today and test drive the vehicle of your dreams. Gotta get to Gills Auto Sales. We can finance you, gotta get to Gills. Selection and price, gotta get to Gills. Gotta get to Gills.
With the boat season winding down and the weather getting cooler, it's time to let Alex City Marine on Cherokee Road and winterize your boat and get ready for the off-season. The good guys can make all your off-season repairs, winterization, and upgrades easy and on budget. Remember, now's the best time for used boat prices and selection, and you can even pre-order next year's Landau pontoons and quality Suzuki outboards to get the perfect fit for next spring. Service, sales, and value all this off-season at the place the locals know, Alex City Marine. And don't forget to order your 2018 Manitou pontoons now.
What's behind the CA?
A world full of opportunities.
Where are you now? Where are you going?
Where do you want to be?
These are all important in determining your path in life.
More importantly, why be ordinary
when you can be extraordinary?
At Central Alabama Community College, you can be anything you wish to be.
Don't put your future on hold and don't settle for less than excellence.
We are Central Alabama Community College.
Central to you.
Central to your success.
At A&M Plumbing, you can count on us for dependable, quality service. Our staff is professional, neat, clean, and courteous. We're a fully licensed and insured plumbing company. Call on A&M Plumbing for any plumbing, sewer, or septic problems. We provide a comprehensive line of plumbing repair and installation services to keep your home's plumbing systems in top order. When you need plumbing service, call on the professionals at A&M Plumbing. Service at its best, when you need it most.
What's the verdict?
Can't fix your heat pump. Need a new one.
Uh-oh. What are you thinking?
I'm thinking Daikin.
Call on Kevin Kill and Sunshine Heating and Air at 256-825-4849, Central Alabama's premier Daikin dealer.
So what's he thinking?
Oh, he's thinking Daikin.
Daikin, one of the top selling in the world.
Now I'm thinking Daikin.
Daikin. Comfort for life.
New year, new you.
It's the Start Something New sales event going on now at Bice Motors in Alex City.
It's cold outside,
but the deals are hot inside.
Save up to $13,000 on remaining 2017 Ram 1500 Crew Cab Laramie 4x4.
If you ain't happy,
ain't nobody happy.
2018 Jeep Cherokee Latitude Package, only $19,700.
On the web at BiceChryslerDodge.com.
This segment of Sports Blitz is brought to you by Dark Insurance, offering insurance for all your personal needs, including auto, boat, homeowners, and disability. Don't be in the dark. Call Dark Insurance at 256-234-5026.
Welcome back, everyone, to Sports Blitz Live. Andy and Brett here with you. About 20 more minutes left in the first hour of tonight's program. Alabama down by 28 at home to the Florida Gators, same team that beat Auburn in Gainesville this past weekend. Again, you know, right now they keep talking about it. Joe Lunardi, Alabama, worst they could be is a 10 seed. That is today. With this kind of loss, we'll have to. I'm sure things get reevaluated, and it's a fluid situation. Obviously, with college basketball, you play 2 games, you play 1. In the midweek, you have 1 game remaining this weekend. Alabama again will finish up on the road in College Station against kind of a hot team in Texas A&M. We'll see maybe Auburn will fare better tonight on the road in Fayetteville because Alabama is getting trounced at home by Florida. So. We'll kind of keep you up to date about that.
Yeah, Tennessee, Mississippi State.
Tennessee is pulling away. Mississippi State.
64-45.
This is probably Mississippi State's last. They said that Mississippi State's the first 4 out. This will not help that.
But they still have the tournament.
They still have the tournament. You know.
They still have Alabama getting crushed in front of them.
Yeah.
I mean, their record is better. I know
but their RPI is not near as good.
Not near as good. So, I mean, they're going to look at all that stuff. But right now, Alabama is definitely trending down. Mississippi State's not helping their cause. Auburn has not really looked strong in the last 2 weeks. Let's be honest about it. I mean, Auburn was fortunate to beat Kentucky after starting off 1-16. They went on the road to Georgia and played poorly in the first half, but got it turned around in the second half. They lost that 1-pointer to Texas A&M, but got down, 17-18 at home, had to fight back. Got blown off the floor in South Carolina. Never was in that game, period.
Auburn?
Auburn? In the South Carolina.
To 5.
They never were in that game, Andy. I mean, they were down 26 points, and they used.
But to be down 26,
they used all their energy and fouls to get back in the game, and they never could get. It was 6 minutes they got to 5, but they were total. It's like Sonny Smith said, we have nothing left in the tank, and you end up getting, what was the final? End up losing double digits in the game. Look, I'm giving them a credit for fighting back, but we played terrible to get ourselves in that position.
There's no question.
All right, so, and then you go on the road and play bad against Florida. Don't shoot the ball well. Jared Harper, in the last 2 weeks, has had 2 of his worst games on the road, South Carolina and Florida.
I agree.
Now, he had a phenomenal game against Alabama, and we had to have him there. But he played outstanding, and it showed. And I mean, I feel like, Auburn has got some question marks, and we've always had, but it seems like the season's caught up to us a little bit. We're very, and I'm not cutting Auburn down, Andy. I'm saying that we have a very limited bench now.
No doubt.
We lost McLemore, which was devastating. Bryce Brown is still playing injured, whether you'd like to believe it or not. And we have to fight teams every night that are much longer than us. And we have to out-hustle them and spend. You have a style of basketball that's conducive of getting tired, especially when you don't have a deep bench. And Auburn is at the end of this season, and Auburn looks like a team that's tired to me. And I mean, they look like, and South Carolina, Sonny Smith said this team looks like they don't have their legs under them. And, it was a quick turnaround from that time to go on the road, and Auburn had really spent a lot of energy in that win the week before. And it just, to me, it seems like, I hope I'm wrong, but Auburn needs some rest. I mean, I think Auburn needs – I don't think if they win the SEC championship outright, Andy, I don't know how important that tournament is to them. I'd be more trying to get my guys rested up to make a run in the NCAA tournament because they need some rest. Remember, we ain't playing with 7 guys.
Well, I think you put your energy into the rest of the regular season. The SEC tournament, you're going to get some time off.
That's what I'm saying.
You're going to have a double bye. And even if you get knocked out in the first round, that's fine.
Nobody cares.
Yeah, wonderful. That said, Joe Lunardi still has 8 teams in the SEC.
9 from the ACC. So.
Two-man Kirk was talking about the 10 seed was the worst in the SEC tournament, not the NCAA tournament for Alabama.
What?
The 10 seed in the SEC tournament, not NCAA tournament. Worst is 10 seed in SEC.
That's not. Was that what they were talking about?
I guess we had it on mute. I guess that's what that was talking about. That graphic. But the 8 in the NCAA tournament is the recent one we just saw.
I'd have to go
which
back.
Which pretty
and see
much
that.
means.
I mean, thank you too, man, for correcting that. I mean, we were so caught up in talking about the NCAA tournament.
Yeah.
But wait a minute. They said Texas A&M's the first one out.
I don't.
I mean, is that not what we read?
Well,
they can't be out of the SEC
Mississippi
tournament.
State.
Mississippi State.
Yeah. First 4 out.
Well, they can't be out of the SEC tournament.
No, they can't.
I mean, so I don't know. Well, maybe we're talking about both of them.
Maybe so.
Maybe we just need to get our graphics right.
Maybe we just need to close it out. It's not.
Tuesday's gone.
Tuesday's gone.
With a win.
Woo. All right. Let's get back to a little more or less.
Let's finish it up, yeah.
A less hireable coach after this season. Sean Miller from Arizona or Rich Rodriguez from Arizona?
Wow. One sexual harassment, the other bought somebody off. So I don't.
Rich Rod says that was all made up just to cash in on the lawsuit.
I mean, does he always find a pile of crap to step into? I mean, everywhere he goes.
I'm beginning to think that Rich Rod is not the best guy in the world.
I'm just going to say, even Sean Miller. Sean Miller's just doing what everybody else is doing, okay? I'm going to go Rich Rodriguez by a long shot as the less hireable coach.
Really?
Yes.
A long shot.
Long shot.
But yes. He's not cheating on the sport necessarily. He's cheating in life.
That's right. Can I just say that Alabama's I know there's only 5 minutes left, but they really could care less about stepping in front of anybody to defend anybody. I mean, they let the guy just literally dribbled right down the middle of the lane, and they kind of parted it for him so he could get a layup. I mean, they kind of just backed off.
Looks like an NBA All-Star game.
It's exactly what it looks like.
Well, at this point, I mean, you're down 25, you're down 23. I mean,
they're close to being down. Yeah.
I don't know why they would care.
Yeah, I mean, it's just not very sluggish. And what does this do for Alabama? They got A&M. I mean, that doesn't look good for them. I mean, it looks like they may finish 8-10 on the season.
Yeah. I think they're playing their way out.
That's not a lot.
Up against another break here, but don't go anywhere. We'll be back with more Sports Blitz Live right after this.
Clearing out all the 2017 models at Lynch Nissan of Auburn. Payments as low as $199 per month and 2 years of free maintenance with every Nissan purchase now through September 30th. But only at Lynch Nissan. Shop now at lynchnissan.com. Got your eye on a new Nissan? Get to Lynch Nissan of Auburn right now for your best deal. Save up to $8,500 off MSRP. Plus, get 2 years free maintenance on every new Nissan now through September 30th. Exclusively at lynchnissan.com.
If you've been putting off that new heating and air unit in your home because of the upfront expenses, Williams Plumbing of Alexander City now has primary financing from Synchrony and can now install brand new heating and cooling systems with zero down, longer terms, and a competitive rate. Call Williams Plumbing at 256-329-8488 and get a free quote and terms and upgrade up to $35,000 in work with approved credit. Williams Plumbing stands behind their work with on-time affordable service for all your heating and air needs, as well as plumbing for zero down financing and great service. Williams Plumbing.
At U.S. Ameribank, there's something very different at the heart of what we do and who we are. It's a spirit that also defines our neighbors, local businesses, and communities. Building on our 116-year history in Alabama, U.S. Ameribank provides something found nowhere else: craft banking. It's an unwavering commitment to handcrafted banking solutions that turns customers into enthusiastic fans. Visit usameribank.com or your local branch to discover the U.S. Ameribank difference. U.S. Ameribank. Banking on values. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Bezlo's Cafe and Bar is Lake Martin's newest sensation destination. Bezlo's is located in the heart of downtown Eclectic and has ridiculously good food that you can't get anywhere else. With gourmet pizzas, 42 beers, 20 different wines, and as well as the lake's best seafood and steaks. Bezlo's has billiards, darts, cornhole, and more. Plus, karaoke every Thursday night and live music on the weekends. Join us for happy hour from 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. for $2 domestics or $3 wells. Bezlo's Cafe.
I'm Jimmy Goree with Goree's Furniture. We would like to invite you to come shop our huge selection of furniture. But if you don't have time, we have over 2,000 items you can have shipped directly to your home. Go to GoreesFurniture.com, look for 48-hour quick ship. Shop, click, ship, it's just that easy. You can shop us here, or you can shop us online, only at Goree's Furniture.
Your express way to saving.
What's different about Hyundai of Auburn? Beautiful cars built here from parts made here. That's jobs and tax money.
And right now, Max, record low finance plans. 0% interest and $4,250 cash to spend with no budget busting repairs for a full 10 years. Drive a new Hyundai today. Check it out, HyundaiofAuburn.com.
And my Max Markdown deals. Tell them Max sent you. I might get a bonus.
Max, you're not real.
What?
This segment of Sports Blitz is brought to you by Satterfield on Highway 280 in Alex City. Satterfield is the Lake Martin area's Big Green Egg and Accessories headquarters.
Welcome back, everyone, to Sports Blitz Live. Andy and Brett here with you for one more segment in the first hour of tonight's program. Alabama's still down 20, about 3.5 minutes left in that game. In Tuscaloosa.
Are you still
tonight.
sitting there at Auburn watching this if it's Auburn getting beat by 20 with 3 minutes? Are you already headed to the car? Just be honest.
Right, basketball, you know, it's easy to get in and out. I probably would stay up until about the 3-minute mark.
I mean, for 28 more seconds.
I mean, you know, I'm a hardcore fan.
Well, I mean, now would you stay, or would that last 3 make you go on to the car?
that one would send me to the. That would send
how
me.
many more do you need
would
to
send
see?
me to the house.
I don't.
But basketball, football are not.
I know it. I know I'm different from a lot of typical fans. I'm not as bad as some I know, but for me to be sitting right there with 2:54 to go and my team's getting their brains, I'm not going to sit there and watch that anymore. I'm sorry. I'm a supporter. I love y'all, but y'all had an off night. And
you bought the tickets. You can do whatever. You can
I'm going to the house. Now I know Nick Saban would probably scold me for leaving early.
Yeah,
but that's fine.
Oh well.
To each his own. I don't get paid $18,000 million a second like he does.
$18,000 a day.
Exactly. So I just made up a nice number.
Yeah. So. All right, we're gonna round out more or less in this segment, and this has been we're gonna milk this for all it's worth.
Milk.
More impressive. John Franklin's apparent 4.1940, or the highlight reel of that white guy from high school that I have no idea who he is.
Did you see what I posted?
But it was on Sportz Blitz Facebook
He's already
page
committed to.
That he was.
He's committed to Georgetown.
And now, unless that was an 8-foot goal.
No, he's 6'3", though. It doesn't look like it.
Okay. I was going to say, he looks like he's close to what I look like in college.
That kid is unbelievable.
He's
Did you see
impressive.
the gym? Did you see
impressive.
the gym?
Yeah.
Packed. Can you imagine?
Who is that kid? Where's he from?
I had his name, and I have to pull it back up. You do this to me every time. I mean, you are notorious for asking about something that no prep. I mean, you had all this time to say, hey, man, will you make sure you got the name of that guy? No, I'll tell you what, 53 minutes into the show, we'll put you on the spot and ask you, hey, that video you posted on Facebook, what's his name?
That video a month ago you posted.
Exactly. Who was that again?
Well, see, it intrigues.
Ben something.
It intrigues the audience to go and search it out.
Well, that would
on our Sports Blitz
is that
Facebook
your goal?
page.
Yes. That's your motive? Okay, I understand that. Either that or make me
I'm
look
crazy.
more of an idiot than I already do look like.
I'm crazy
sitting up
like a
here.
fox.
I mean, well, you got it down pat. I should understand and be prepared now to catch one in the jaw from you at least once a show.
At least.
So this is the first one. So I'm waiting for the next one to come out in hour number 2.
There
I don't
you
know
go.
which one. You
never know where it's
going to punch. You know, right and then left. You counter me.
You never
on
know
both
where it's going to
sides,
come from.
So.
Which more impressive to you?
Which one is what?
More impressive.
I told you which one was more impressive. The no-name guy I can't think of. I mean that
if you have not seen
I do know
this,
he's committed to Georgetown.
Okay. Yeah, if you haven't seen it, I would
just go to Sportz Blitz Live.
Go to Sportz Blitz Live Facebook page.
Unbelievable.
It's pretty and basketball, a very impressive highlight reel.
God, this kid can play, man.
And I'm talking about through the legs, dunking.
He did a Vince Carter in the middle of a game. I mean, and I thought the student section was going to absolutely
and he
tear
looks
each other.
effortless, really.
I thought he was going to tear. I thought they were going to tear their clothes off.
Yeah.
I mean, they were so beside themselves. All right,
it's like they haven't seen it before.
Can I just ask you this? Can you imagine? I don't know what kind of kid this kid is, but can you imagine being at your high school that good and that whole student section? I mean, and you walk in the halls every day over there going, man, I'm the man.
Yeah.
I am the daggum man.
I mean, yeah, he's like
People
Ferris Bueller or something. I mean,
he's Teen Wolf.
He's got a
He's Teen Wolf. Ferris Bueller didn't play basketball.
He's Teen Wolf without the hair.
That's it. He is Teen Wolf without the hair.
He is. That's an interesting.
This could go down.
And half
in
the
history.
people are out there going, "What?"
This first hour of this particular Sports Blitz could go down in the history of one of the most random and bizarre first hours in the history of 12 years on air.
I'm going out on a limb and saying that the phrase "Teen Wolf without the hair" has never been uttered
It's not in 12 years.
It never has ever been uttered before.
Well, how about
you heard it first?
Can we trademark that?
Please.
That is Teen Wolf without the hair. I don't know, man.
You kind of fall into stuff. I think that's a gem. Will you use that on the air sometime?
I'm gonna use it. I may say it tomorrow. If I say that over the air on HSA, Ron Ingram and Steve Savarese may come up to me and go, "Okay, Brett, it's getting a little out of hand
Brett,
over
you've
here."
had enough.
Yeah, where did you come? Where did you go last night?
That is Teen Wolf without the hair, baby. All right, finally, less embarrassing crowd. This is a thinker here.
The Buffalo Akron game.
Less embarrassing crowd. The Virginia Tech crowd that was cursing when Buzz Williams took the microphone and told them to stop cussing last night against Duke.
What were they saying? I just saw where
the Cincinnati crowd from, I think it was like the early 90s. I don't know if you even remember this, but they were throwing stuff on the field, and Sam Weish was coach, took the microphone and chastised them and told them, "This ain't Cleveland. Stop throwing stuff on the field." Less embarrassing crowd.
I'm going to say Virginia Tech was less embarrassing.
I'm going to go.
Sam Weiss just blistered them. Look, why were they cussing? What were they saying?
I'm not sure. I mean, I think they were maybe.
I know they beat Duke, but
they were cussing the referees for a bad call, and I'm sure they were asking them to do something. Sure. It was one of those things.
Pretty crude.
Yeah, I mean, decorum has kind of gone out the window really across the board in society, but especially in sports.
Colin Sexton has a look on his face like, man,
why am I?
I ain't got but one more game in this place, and I got to get out of here.
Yeah.
I mean that's he literally was walking through the shake hand line like, all right, I got to endure this one more time, and I'm gonna get out of here. So 73-52 on your home floor, and this ain't the first time Alabama's been blown out at home.
And again, the season's falling apart for them.
I mean, to me, it's falling apart. They're 17-13.
I'm going to say it again. They're not a well-coached team. I do not believe.
I don't really know what else to say. I mean, other than we need to go to break.
We do need to go to break. And
Auburn's up next.
We'll be back with more Sportz Blitz Live, hour number 2. Don't go anywhere. Right after this.
What's 28 times better than a one-day sale? The President's Day event all month long at Sarah Honda Sylacauga. New 2018 HR-V LX or Civic Sedan LX, your choice. Only $189 a month at Sarah Honda Sylacauga. Customers first.
If you haven't been to Big B Barbecue in Alex City, then you're missing the best barbecue around. Big B has everything from the best pulled or chopped pork, chicken, and beef to cheeseburgers and grilled chicken salads. Bring your friends and family out for a great dinner and sit outside on our beautiful patio, or sit inside and enjoy your meal by the fireplace. So come in and join us and enjoy the best barbecue in the area only at Big B Barbecue, located on Highway 22 West in Alex City.
At U.S. AmeriBank, there's something very different at the heart of what we do and who we are. It's a spirit that also defines our neighbors, local businesses, and communities. Building on our 116-year history in Alabama, U.S. AmeriBank provides something found nowhere else: craft banking. It's an unwavering commitment to handcrafted banking solutions that turns customers into enthusiastic fans. Visit usameribank.com or your local branch to discover the U.S. AmeriBank difference. U.S. AmeriBank. Banking on values. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Lex Wedgeworth has been the most trusted pest control company for a generation, and now we're proud to announce our new name, EnviroCare. You can expect the same high standards for all your pest control needs, and EnviroCare's exclusive Sentricon termite colony elimination system that provides the industry standard to protect your home or business. The EnviroCare Sentricon termite protection protects your home year-round. Call the professionals of EnviroCare throughout Central East Alabama. Call for a free estimate. Nobody cares like EnviroCare, the next generation of full pest control for your home home or business.
A1 Four Seasons, a division of Jackson Refrigeration, is Central Alabama's Alabama Power Superior Solutions dealer. With the summer months approaching, the temperatures are rising, and so will your power bill if you don't have one of the latest 410A heat pumps. With R22 Freon prices on the rise, now is the time to make the switch to a new, more efficient unit that will save you hundreds of dollars on your yearly power bill. Call A1 Four Seasons at 256-234-4457.
And I know when I need it, I can count on you. Like 4, 3, 2, and you'll be there. 'Cause that's what friends are supposed to do, oh yeah. Ooh.
You can count on the caring team at Brown Nursing and Rehabilitation. Our services include physical, speech, and occupational therapy. Brown Nursing and Rehabilitation, 256-329-9061.
What's 28 times better than a one-day sale? The President's Day event all month long at Sarah Honda Sylacauga. New 2018 HR-V LX or Civic Sedan LX, your choice. Only $189 a month at Sarah Honda Sylacauga. Customers first.
This segment of Sports Blitz is brought to you by Alex City Marine, the Lake Martin area's premier new and used boat and motor dealership. Find out more at alexcitymarine.com.
Welcome back, everyone, to Sports Blitz Live. Hour number 2 here on the program, taking you up to 9 o'clock. Andy and Brett for one more hour, about 57 minutes. Anyway, we're counting down the minutes. We know you are out there as well. We're talking about.
By the way, Missouri did not get their season ruined by Vanderbilt. If anything, they,
so I was wrong.
They really etched their. If they get one more win, man, they're in solid position.
Yeah. Okay, that'll put them at 10-8, right?
That's right.
Okay, so well, good for
them.
them.
How do they stay out of the tournament at 19? Well, they'll be 20-11, 10-8.
I think they are in. With that, absolutely.
I do too.
That would certainly be that 8th team that Joe Lenardi keeps talking about, but they'll either replace and be that 7th. The question is, there's always one or two, teams out there that unexpectedly win their conference tournament, and that's when somebody from the SEC, one of those 8 or 7, 8, 6, 7, 8 teams get knocked out. We'll have to see, and there's always some surprises like that. But we'd love to hear from you tonight, 256-234-6221. Let us know what's on your mind. Alabama defeated by Florida, and it wasn't that close. Florida takes care of Alabama by, what was it, ended up about 20, 22?
Yeah.
In Tuscaloosa. Auburn just about to get underway in Fayetteville. Tennessee wins, beating Mississippi State at the hump. So now Tennessee 12-5 in the league, looking to at least tie Auburn. If Auburn cannot get a victory tonight, they'll both be tied with one game remaining for the conference championship. Tennessee finishes at home against Georgia. Auburn finishes at home against South Carolina. So Tennessee probably the hottest team maybe in the SEC right now.
Yeah, they were the hottest team, and then they cooled down.
Yeah.
And now they're back.
They've turned the stove back on.
They've turned the stove back on again. They've turned the gas up considerably. As Auburn has kind of tried to just make it to the end of the season with the lead, instead of putting this thing away when they could have, like beating Texas A&M at home. Finishing the other night against Florida. Just those little things come back to bite you sometimes. That's what that Auburn team in '99 didn't do, Andy.
Yeah.
They lost to a very good Arkansas team, and they lost to an extremely good Kentucky team. But outside of that, they dominated everybody they played, and it was not close. And both of those games were on the road, which back then and still holds the same case now. It's so hard to win on the road, but. Little, at the time you don't think it's very big, but then you catch a team like Tennessee that's one of the hottest teams maybe in the country right now, and they're knocking on your door right here. They're basically in a virtual tie right now with you with one game left.
Well, Auburn's starting off the game doing what we talked about earlier this afternoon, going to the free throw line. And Horace Spencer, not exactly your best free throw shooter, stepping up, making 2 free throws. Auburn has got a distinct advantage against their opponents that they are the best free throw shooting team in the SEC. They need to go to the line. They need to play up tempo. They need to try to score a lot of points in this game because that's who they are. A slow down game, yeah, maybe it keeps it close, but I think that's Auburn's best opportunity, and they need to get off to a good start. It looks like hopefully they're going to do that tonight in Fayetteville. We'll talk about the baseball program as Auburn is undefeated. Hey, Alabama's undefeated. I think Alabama won 5 games in the SEC all of last year, 3 of those against Auburn, by the way. But they've already won 7 games. They're 7-0. So Brad Bohannon coming over to Tuscaloosa from Auburn.
Changing the mentality over there.
They already kind of paying some dividends there. Now, granted, it's early. We'll see what happens in conference play, but Alabama already looking better as far as baseball program. Softball program, my goodness. You look through here, 11 of the 13 teams in the top 25. 11 of the 13 teams in the SEC are in the top 25 in the softball standings. Florida at number 2, Texas A&M or Tennessee number 5, Texas A&M number 6. Auburn loses 2 games this weekend. They drop to 12.
They were a pretty tough tournament. When you say that was a pretty tough tournament?
Oh yeah. You're all the way out in California. No shame in that. Auburn's 17-2 right now. Going to be an interesting watch. This Auburn team. They're not near as powerful as they were. They don't hit a lot of home runs, at least not yet.
That's right.
Right now, so but the pitching is still there. The pitching is about as good as it's been being. We'll continue to talk about that. LeBron James says the NCAA is corrupt.
Join the crowd.
And he would know, right?
Yeah, he would know all about it since he played in it. Not. So, look, but he makes a valid point. He's just saying what everybody else says. But he knows the underhandedness of recruiting and all, and he makes valid points, but he's not the first to say he's not the first to say the things that he said. Everybody, there's a mass of people out there that feel like these athletes get taken advantage of by the colleges. That, yeah, they get a scholarship, but the school's getting a lot more than what they're getting. Look, man, times have changed. All right, this isn't the 50s and the 60s anymore. There wasn't a lot to offer back then other than cash. There is, all this TV money and exposure and stuff with social media and all that didn't exist back then. And, now in this world, there's so much more that comes into play, Andy, on all this stuff. And, say what you want, but a scholarship today, yes, but these schools are making millions of dollars. And I thought maybe the best point LeBron said was this. They say they're giving them the kids a free education. They're not getting them there to go to school. They're getting them there to get them to the Final Four in the national championship. That's why you recruit 5-star and 4-star guys, right? Isn't that why you recruit them? Isn't that the motive? And the coaches get paid millions, right?
Yeah.
The top rated coaches get paid millions.
Yeah.
So he's not out of line saying that. He's not. So what we need to all understand and do is Auburn, not Auburn, but the NCAA needs to come up with a way to start paying players. And we've talked about this. This keeps coming up all the time. And with so much underbelly and corruption, when you start throwing dollars in there and start officially paying people, then it's not as lucrative anymore, is it? It's not the pull of an under the table handshake or bribe. The lore's not as great anymore. Am I off there?
No, I think I think that's true. I think we're up against another break here, but we'll.
I'm just saying. I don't think he's out of line saying that.
He's not. We'll continue this discussion. I'd love to get everybody else's thoughts on this as well. We'll go ahead and take a break. We'll come back. we'll finish the talk about the NCAA. Is it corrupt? Is it not corrupt? The answer is probably, you probably have a good idea about that already, but more to come on this edition of Sportz Blitz Live right after this.
New year, new you.
It's the Start Something New sales event going on now at Bice Motors in Alex City.
It's cold outside.
But the deals are hot inside.
Save up to $13,000 on remaining 2017 Ram 1500 Crew Cab Laramie 4x4.
If you ain't happy,
ain't nobody happy.
2018 Jeep Cherokee Latitude Package, only $19,700.
On the web at BiceChryslerDodge.com.
Now is the best time to see the good guys the locals know, Alex City Marine. With last year being our best year yet, Landau Pontoons has increased Alex City Marine's allocation of Landaus for the 17 season. Our Suzuki outboard selections are at an all-time high. Alex City Marine is now also Lake Martin's exclusive Manitou pontoon dealer with a full line of the luxurious Manitou Tri-Tune with patented V-Tune technology for top performance. Get the best selection now of Landau and Manitou pontoons. Alex City Marine, Lake Martin.
Needing extra space at your house? Check out Easy Storage Units on Tallapoosa Street, 1 mile from downtown Alex City. With state-of-the-art 24-hour surveillance, you can rest easy knowing all of your possessions will be safe and secure. Easy Storage has any size unit you need, from 5x10s up to 10x20s. Call Easy Storage today at 256-794-8223 to rent your unit today. That's Easy Storage, 256-794-8223.
What's better than a one-day sale? The President's Day event all month long at the new Tony Sarah Ford of Sylacauga. 2017 Ford Fiesta now $12,987. 2017 Super Cab now $25,987. Hurry to Tony Sarah Ford. Customers first.
Whether it's a dream house or corporate real estate, Concrete has the skill, expertise, and talent to exceed your expectations. Trust Concrete to build a foundation for your future. Our work ethic and dedication are always in keeping the competition on their toes. We specialize in residential and commercial development in the Coosa, Talladega, and Shelby County areas. Call us today for your next project, 256-245-4211, or check us out on the web at con-crete.com.
What's better than a one-day sale? The President's Day event all month long at the new Tony Sarah Ford of Sylacauga. 2017 Ford Fiesta now $12,987. 2017 Super Cab now $25,987. Hurry to Tony Sarah Ford. Customers first.
This segment of Sportz Blitz is brought to you by Peaches and Clean, caring for your floors and a whole lot more in East Central Alabama.
Welcome back, everyone, to Sportz Blitz Live. Andy and Brett here with you for about 45 more minutes, taking your phone calls, 256-234-6221. Nobody? Okay. And we appreciate all of you out there.
Phone call.
Appreciate all of you out there joining us this evening. We're talking about LeBron James as he enters in on the debate, of course, of the FBI investigation.
Isn't it easy to pile on?
Oh, no question. We've been having this conversation for how many years?
Isn't it easy all of a sudden now to come on and just pile on and say, oh, well, yeah, this NCAA. I mean, look, how long has this been going on? I mean, this just didn't happen yesterday.
But look, I'm still, and I'm never, I won't say I'm never going to be of that opinion, but I still.
Never say never.
Look, I mean, it's easy to say, yeah, you know, the tournament makes millions in dollars and this and that.
It does.
And that's true. And I agree with that, and that's fine. But college athletics still needs to. I still want to have it in a certain category.
Yeah,
now, you want to make. And LeBron James' point is he said we need to enhance the D League, or the G League is what they call it now, I guess, in NBA. He's basically saying we need to have an enhanced minor league system so that the players will have
Have a
another
choice.
option. They can go and they can play
Okay,
basically
well-
minor league basketball.
well, guess what?
That's fine with me. You
I was
want to
gonna
do
say,
that?
yeah.
Good. Because I want to keep the illusion of purity in college athletics.
Look,
I know it's
don't
not.
you want to go ahead and get rid of those guys that are the one-and-doners anyway?
Yes. And I'm all
They're not
for
bringing anything to the game anyway, are they?
I'm all for letting kids go right out of high school. If that's what you want to do,
Well, see,
if
that
that's
was
what
the-
you desire to do, then you ought to have the right to do it.
That was the compromise when the NCAA and the NBA went to the table to try
And
to
again,
figure out
it's
how to-
not college that makes that rule. That's an NBA rule.
I know it is.
Okay,
And-
just for
well, that's right. But here, let me go back and say that the NCAA recognized that this one and done was a problem, and they were losing high school kids. So the NBA came back and said, "All right, we'll compromise. We will not draft anybody out of high school anymore.
Yeah.
But we won't say that they have to stay longer than a year in college." Which I would rather it go the opposite way. I would rather it go like they do in baseball.
Yeah.
You can go out of high school, but if you choose to go the NCAA route, you got to stay 3 years.
I agree.
Now, you also have the opportunity to go JUCO in baseball and get drafted immediately. So if you think you're worthy of a higher draft status, maybe out of high school, but you need that 1 year, go play JUCO ball.
Or go to Europe.
I mean, that's right.
Or,
But like you said, the purity, the illusion is exactly what it is. It's an illusion. There is no purity to the sport anymore. It's hypocritical. I think what LeBron James is saying is what's going on. It goes back to the funniness that we talked about the Miles Bridges paying the $40 back and Auburn reporting $5 that was thrown at them when they were walking off the floor the other night at Florida. That's comical. It's an illusion that people are trying to abide by the rules. When they go out in the tunnel and they give somebody a bag of money, a recruit, to come play there next year. I mean, it's what you do. Look, your character, I've always heard this and read it many times. Your character is not based on what you do in everybody's open eyes. It's what you do when you're by yourself behind closed doors. That's your true character. That's who you are truly as a person. Well, the same here. Everybody's going to put on a facade and say they do things the right way and come here because your family and all this kind of stuff. Every college has got its own motto. But it's what you do when you think nobody else is watching, Sean Miller, when you think nobody else is listening, but you're really getting wiretapped. That's who you really are as a person. And it's what you've bought into, and it's the practices that you've bought into to say, this is what I'm willing to do. Sean Miller has a $10 million buyout with calls, Andy.
Yeah,
with calls.
They said there's some. They've gone back. It was first reported that he might make more if he was fired with calls than it was without. But that was kind of
okay. Well, all right, that's bunk.
But still, he's going to get.
What does that say, though? I'm going to ask you this. I had somebody ask me this the other day.
All right.
What does that say? I want your response. When you see that a university signs a contract for a coach that says, we will pay you $10 million if you get fired with cause. If you get caught doing something wrong, we'll pay you $10 million. Tell me what that says to you.
Sounds like they subscribe to you. If you ain't cheating, you ain't trying.
Bingo. You nailed it on the first try. You win the prize. They are openly saying, you go do what you got to do to win, and if you get caught, we're going to soften the blow for you.
Yeah.
Right?
Because
okay, I'm probably about to get into something that's touchy. What is a prenuptial agreement to say in a marriage? That you're protecting your goods, right?
Mm-hmm.
To me, in just my personal opinion, sorry if I'm offending somebody out there, but in my personal opinion, if you have to sign a prenup with somebody, then how genuine is that anyway? Now, I know that maybe later in life somebody remarries and they've amassed a fortune and it may not work out and you're protecting your fortune. I understand that. I understand that there's a reason for it. But it's the principle of the matter.
There's a reason for it. It's lack of trust. That's the reason.
Okay. You help me out. I didn't know if you were going to let me Just kind of stand over here and stumble through that one myself. But I mean, that's to me what that's saying. The university is openly telling everybody that they're okay
with cheating.
Right?
Sure.
Okay. I mean,
no doubt.
Now that we've gotten that cleared, I mean, I don't understand why Randy brought up a wonderful point the other day on Auburn Blitz.
That rarely happens.
You know, we take them when they come. But the movie Blue Chips, if you hadn't seen it, you need to watch it. It's a great movie.
What do we give a kid? A tractor? Give a kid a tractor?
Okay. That came out in '93, Andy.
Yeah.
Did all of a sudden, was that just a made-up script in Hollywood? No, it wasn't.
No.
It was done by research on really what was going on back then in college basketball and every other sport that makes a ton of money, like college football. Why is Mark Emmert and the NCAA acting like all of a sudden this is such a big I just can't believe, I'm just appalled. I'm appalled at what I'm seeing and hearing.
Well, and here's the thing, too.
Mark Emmert makes a lot of money off a nonprofit organization, by the way.
Yeah.
His salary is well over $1 million.
Even if, and here's the problem when you start talking about how do you fix it? How do you fix college basketball? Let's just say, for the sake of argument, that you do, in fact, increase and have this minor league NBA. And the G League, the D League, whatever it's called. It does become a true, legitimate minor league for college basketball. You pay players, and the one and dones, you get that. Basically, the 5-star players all go to the G League. And I'm gonna hit pause on this, and I'm gonna pick up where I left off after we come back because I know you're waiting with bated breath.
I'm waiting.
Okay, don't go anywhere. We'll be back. We'll finish this discussion right after this.
The door's open, the beer's cold, and the biscuits are hot at Foshee Sportz on Dable Road in Alexander City. Fishing season is in year-round and live bait is available. Non-ethanol gas is available along with propane and pellet ice. So come on by and see what we're all about, where the kitchen is open Monday through Friday early at Foshee Sportz on Dable Road in Alexander City. And tell them old Katie sent you right here from the front porch, WAXC TV.
Did your team just win the big game? Are you looking for a unique way to honor a valuable employee? Lila's Engraving has you covered, offering a large selection of custom trophies and plaques. Lila's also offers cast aluminum car tags, custom engraved wine glasses, clocks, and wood cutting boards. They even offer custom framing for any art or picture as well. Lila's combines the best quality items with the fastest service around. With over 27 years of experience in the Alexander City and Lake Martin areas, Lila's Engraving is your only choice for custom awards and engraved gifts. Always remember, winners choose Lila's.
Good night, boss. See ya.
See you tomorrow.
Bye.
When you're a business owner, your mind is always on the job.
Anything before I go?
All set.
So is ours. At Frankenmuth Insurance, our independent agents work with you to customize coverage, improve safety, and help prevent losses. Let us take some of the work off your plate. Start a frank conversation with your local agent.
LMG Advertising Agency offers a comprehensive marketing solution tailored to each of our clients' needs. We are a full-service marketing firm offering website design and development, video production, social media marketing, search engine optimization, and overall branding that includes logo design, brochures, mailouts, and more. Our experienced team of marketing professionals would love to come up with a marketing strategy that will deliver results for you and your business. Learn more at lmgadagency.com or call today to start at 256-825-0197.
Whether it's a walk-off home run, a game-winning touchdown, or a buzzer beater, make sure Jay's Sports Grill is in your lineup. Located in downtown Sylacauga and a short drive from Highway 280, Jay's has the food you're looking for. Whether it's wings, fingers, burgers, or salads, they have it all. Come bring your family for a great meal, come hang out with your friends for the big game, or call them at 256-207-0700 to place your order. Make sure Jay's Sports Grill is in your lineup.
Lex Wedgeworth has been the most trusted pest control company for a generation, and now we're proud to announce our new name, EnviroCare. You can expect the same high standards for all your pest control needs, and EnviroCare's exclusive Centricon termite colony elimination system that provides the industry standard to protect your home or business. The EnviroCare Centricon termite protection protects your home year-round. Call the professionals of EnviroCare throughout Central East Alabama. Call for a free estimate. Nobody cares like EnviroCare, the next generation of full pest control for your home or business.
Welcome back, everyone, to Sportz Blitz Live. Auburn down 10 in Fayetteville, 24-14 right now. Arkansas coming out of the gate shooting pretty hot. Auburn, again, we were talking about this has kind of become the norm, as Brett was talking about. Auburn falling behind by double digits. We'll see if they have that comeback in them.
But I mean,
tonight.
you can't play in a tournament like that, Andy.
No.
I mean, you can't get down 10, 12 points every time and try to come back. I mean, and you know, and it's not a fault of this team. We have no depth and we have no size, man. And I think it's finally caught up to us. I mean, that's something that we've had to deal with. And fortunately, we've hit our threes at a lot higher pace than we haven't over the course of the season. And we've shot our way to where we are. But I don't know.
Down 2 players, down 2 coaches.
Well, I mean,
now down 3 players. I mean, what is too much to expect?
Well, that's what I'm saying. But once you get a little taste of getting rolling, your expectations naturally go up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
when we went to break, we were talking about, you know, how do you fix the NCAA with all the problems that have been brought up here as of late, the LeBron James was talking about the minor league system, basically creating that and pouring more money into it and building up the G League, which is now, I think they have 26 teams, maybe going to 27 teams, and it's basically a farm system. But guys can get paid. It gives kids an opportunity. If they want to come out of high school, they can go into the G League instead of going to college. He said he's got 2 kids coming up right now. Mm-hmm. Could be prospects. He said that's something they'll have to think about as a family. He didn't know, do you want them going into the corrupt NCAA? I say, look, if you want to do that and it changes the landscape of things, it's not going to clean up NCAA basketball.
Let's hold that comment right there, and let's kind of go back and revisit that.
Okay.
The only thing that's going to determine whether his son or sons goes straight to the NBA or goes to college is how good they are. If they're phenomenal players like he is, they're going to go to the NBA.
Yeah.
If they aren't good enough to go to the NBA, which that can happen, ask Michael Jordan. Okay? Ask Bo Jackson. I mean, he's got a son. How many touchdowns has he scored in the NFL? None, because he never made it. All right, how many jump shots has Michael Jordan's son made in the NBA? None, because he didn't play there. So the best of the best have offspring that didn't make it to that next level. It's not a guarantee that LeBron James' son, I've seen some Little League footage of them, and they're good now. But you don't know if they're just ahead of everybody right now and everybody catches up to them. You don't know how that all plays out. It's not whether LeBron James is going to sit down.
That's just an example.
Well, I know it is, but I'm just saying LeBron James is sitting there saying that he hadn't ruled the NCAA out. You know why he ain't ruled the NCAA out? Because he don't know how good his kids are going to be. I mean, he'll rule them out once they come out and say, man, this guy's going in the first round of the draft and blah, blah, and all this kind of stuff. That's when he'll rule the NCAA out. But if he gets these, as they get older and they're okay players but not great players, and they're getting scholarship offers and NBA's going, well, he's going to need to go to college, then he'll go to college. They'll go play NCAA basketball.
Yeah. But, yeah, that as far as he's concerned. But it's just talking about the bigger picture here about NCAA. He didn't know if he wanted his kids involved in a corrupt organization.
Well,
okay.
Look, I'm not saying. Look, I am not a defender of the NCAA. I think they do it a lot more times wrong than they do right. The decisions they make, what they get involved with, look, I'm not a fan of the NCAA. So I'm kind of
I'm probably. I mean, I certainly don't think the NCAA is the root of all evil. Apparently, that most people have come to look at them as. I get it.
I think they've decided to turn away from an organization of being one that enforces rules. And I tell you what they also have done, Andy, is that they've allowed some to get away with everything and others to not get away with anything. And so I think that's why they've grown the reputation they've grown. I think that they got pushed into a corner with the Penn State decision, and I think they made way too hastily of a decision based on the evidence they had, and they stuck it to a university that really a lot of what was going on the people didn't know about, and certainly the players were not guilty or involved. They were disgusted. And really the penalties that come from the NCAA, Andy, are to penalize colleges that gain an unfair advantage by doing something. Do you think Penn State gained an unfair advantage by having that sicko over there doing what he was doing? That's not an unfair advantage. So they knee-jerk reacted on that and then came back and retracted, but the damage had been done. Then the reason they did is because they've been hammered so many times by the public and by the media by not doing anything.
Yeah.
Well, one case after another, you didn't do nothing. So all this Penn State stuff hit and they go, well, what are y'all going to do about it? Another nothing? So what they did in turn was go swing the pendulum so far in the other direction that they did the other extreme, and they basically gave Penn State the closest thing to the death penalty since SMU got it. Then they went, oh gosh, well, we've messed up. And then we're going to take some of that back. Well, that's why they have the reputation they have, Andy.
I get it.
I'm not saying that they're the root of all evil, but I'm just saying that they haven't had control. And they haven't controlled their sports and their organization for a long time.
Well, they're almost handcuffed in what they can do.
Well, I mean, figure out it's a conflict of interest when your major cash cow is the NCAA tournament, and you're expected to also govern those teams that make you all that money.
Yeah.
The Kentuckys, the Dukes, the Kansases, those fill up arenas. They travel. Middle Tennessee State and Northern Iowa and all those teams are fun in the first round, but they don't bring a lot of fans. But the NCAA is more likely going to turn a blind eye to their big boys doing things wrong because they want the sport to stay at a high level. They want those good players. They want those teams to be successful because they make their money off that. It's a conflict of interest. You can't govern something that makes you that much money equitably.
Governing yourself, you're saying that doesn't work?
It doesn't work. There's no checks and balances there, man.
What's the answer?
I don't know, but I mean, it's
That's one of those questions, Brett.
Well, it is, but I mean, that's where you are. You're asking an organization to to bite the hand that feeds them.
Yeah,
it's tough.
Who knows? Where will it? Where will it? What will happen now that the government of the United States is involved in it? It can only get better from here.
It's the same.
Surely.
It's a Major League Baseball analogy, man. And I've used it several times on this program. I know we got to get to our next break, but Major League Baseball was at a crucible, and we'll talk about it when we come back.
Yeah, don't go anywhere. A couple more segments left in tonight's show. More to come on Sportz Blitz Live right after this.
Is our #1 concern. Advanced heat and air.
Advanced Heating and Air makes your comfort their priority for any season. Advanced Heating and Air is the region's Trane dealer and an Alabama Power Superior Solutions dealer that can save you money and energy with a new electric heat pump. Advanced Heating and Air maintains the region's best service team, so rely on us to make your comfort our #1 concern. Call 234-5052, and we're there for you.
Friday, the weekend. Time for an online movie marathon and bottle of rosé? No. Tonight, you're gonna do whatever the wild you want. You go here, Wild Wing Cafe. They've got live music on stage and no cover. Your breaking sad binge must wait another day. This is just the wild you need. So go wild, Boo Bear and Honey Bunches. Wild Wing Cafe is here.
Gotta get to Gills Auto Sales. We can finance, you got to get to Gills. Selection and price, got to get to Gills. Gotta get to Gills. Cars that fit your budget. Service that no one around can beat. Stop by today and test drive the vehicle of your dreams. Gotta get to Gills Auto Sales. We can finance you, gotta get to Gills. Selection and price, gotta get to Gills. Gotta get to Gills.
East Central Alabama asked for it, and Lake Martin Tractor and Outdoors has answered with the region's full-service Mahindra Tractor and UTV dealer on Highway 280 in Alex City, next to Tallapoosa Ford. Full lines of Mahindra Tractor, E-Max, Max 1500 Series to 5500 Series. We have the world's #1 tractor line. Get the job done as well with full lines of the world's toughest UTVs and accessories. Visit the all-new Lake Martin Tractor and Outdoor in Alex City. True grit never taps out with Mahindra Tractors, UTVs, and accessories.
What do you see when you think about your future?
Do you see determination that keeps you going, that helps you make a difference in your world?
Do you see challenges that make you stronger?
Southern Union State Community College realizes that your opportunities for greatness are unlimited. Your journey has just begun.
This segment of Sportz Blitz is brought to you by Russell Do-It Center, offering a complete assortment of lumber, building materials, electrical, and plumbing supplies. Russell Do-It Center stores deliver first-class service, top-rate products, and competitive do-it-best pricing.
Welcome back, everyone, to Sportz Blitz Live. Just a couple more segments left in this evening's program. Auburn cuts it to 2. 28-26 in Fayetteville.
Yeah, I want to finish what I was saying. That the Major League Baseball won in the end, Andy, because even though they had to sacrifice and cut their big stars out during that home run derby and the race and everybody was brought in, they regained their true fans back, and they played it out. And over the last 2 years, I think we've seen two of the best World Series that we've ever seen. I have been absolutely glued to the TV the last 2 years to watch the Cubs win theirs, and to watch what Houston did this year, and to watch how that team, with all the youth on that team, and just the excitement in L.A. and what Los Angeles was able to do. I mean, it was the pure form of the game. You had phenomenal pitching going every night, and there was a lot of hits and runs, but I mean, those two teams just went at, the last 2 years, those two teams just went at each other. So I think in the end, when you do it right, you end up winning. So NCAA has to make a decision if they're going to tear down their structure and rebuild it the right way. I think they're at that point. Too much has been exposed. Too many people are doing it. And you just go, look, we're not going to be issuing all these penalties and all. We can't penalize everybody. But what we are going to do is we're going to put a stop. And at this point in time, everybody's going to understand from this moment on, we are going to watch everybody like a hawk. And if you break the rule from this point on, there is a zero tolerance for cheating. And you get caught, it's going to be the most severe punishment that we can issue. and you threaten them. And you're still going to have some people go out and chance the water. Try it. But, Andy, you got to step up and try to be some type of enforcement organization. Either that or just abolish it.
Yeah, and let it free reign. I mean,
that's my point. Let it be the Wild West.
Yeah. Well, I mean, at some point, universities have to step up, and it's easy to say that, and it's easy to laugh at it, I guess. But I mean, to some degree, all universities have got to police themselves because they're too big. I mean, there's too many institutions for one organization to monitor. I mean, there are too many people out there and too many moving parts. I mean, the NCAA, how many people are on the NCAA enforcement staff? I mean, comparative to how many schools?
Well, I mean, you just decide, though, and like I said, you're still going to have universities that do it wrong.
You're supposed to
try to cut the corner. I mean,
you tell me that. I mean, surely 95% of the universities out there actually would say that they are, stand up for what's right. I mean, they're not going to openly. I mean, at least
you're saying 90% stand up for what's right.
I'm saying as
right now that's not the case in NCAA basketball.
But most of the time, it's the people outside the university that are the problem. It's not the people in the university.
The coaches
are
right in bed with all of them.
That's when you have to.
Well, then that's
athletic
when you do
directors.
what?
That's when presidents are going to have to say, "Look, we're going to hire this guy, or that over that guy because." And does that mean that Bruce Pearl wouldn't be at Auburn? Probably so.
I mean, that's what we're going back to. Auburn and Alabama decided finally that they were going to go out and get a named coach.
Yeah, because they had to, because they couldn't compete.
Well, they weren't competing; they were getting their brains beat out, and nobody cared.
But you're saying, but I'm saying, you'd say, well, let's reset the system.
You're going to have to.
Yeah.
I mean, look, I've given you two examples of a reset. I mean, how many? What else are you? Look, it pains that organization at the time, but in the end, they win. In the end, they get it right. In the end, they get their integrity back. I think nobody respects the NCAA right now. Nobody respects it. I mean, the media is bashing it. Pro players are bashing it. Coaches are bashing it. It's hypocritical the way they issue punishments. It's not even across the board. One school does it this way. I mean, everybody thinks that North Carolina ruling is a joke.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, who doesn't think that's a total slap in the face of everybody else that this investigation went on for months and they come back with a Mickey Mouse ruling like, well, it was offered to everybody. It was available to everybody, so we can't, I mean.
Everybody was, it was a.
That's like trying to write a traffic ticket to somebody that runs a red light and said, well, we can't really write him a ticket because, there's others that run red lights too in the city that we don't catch, so we can't really write him one just because we call him. Is that right?
No.
I mean, but if you catch somebody breaking the law, you got to punish them getting caught. That's part of why you get caught.
This is true.
Look, there's people that hunt over corn every day in hunting season, but only a certain smattering of people get caught doing it. But that's like walking up on somebody you catch doing it and going, well, I know you've been hunting over corn, but I know everybody else is too, so I'm not going to write you a ticket. So what's the point of the game warden?
I agree. Makes sense to me.
Deep Thoughts by Jack Andy, right?
Very, very, very deep. How about a little toss-up? We got about two or 3 minutes left in this segment. One more segment after that.
I'm up for whatever you want to do. Man.
Jerry Jones.
Glad you brought this up.
Or other NFL owners. They are basically sticking Jerry Jones with a $2 million bill because he threatened to sue as far as Roger Goodell getting a bonus. And so legal fees were accrued for everybody to have to protect against it. So, Jerry Jones, who you got in this toss-up here? Jerry Jones or the other?
I'm going to stick with Jerry
NFL
Jones because I'm going to tell you, man, Roger Goodell is an A-clown. I'm sorry. He gets paid, what is his salary, like $50 million?
That's about that.
Are you kidding?
I wish it's good money if you can find it.
It's a great gig, man.
Well,
this is back.
Auburn cut it to 2, and then it's back to 8.
We'll cut a lead. We'll get down 14. We'll cut it.
Chances to 2. Jerry Jones actually ever pays that $2 million?
Probably not.
I'd say.
You think Roger Goodell and him got together and said, "Okay, man, I got to show some kind of look. I'm never going to actually collect this, but I gotta say that I'm gonna find you $2 million."
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, although Jerry Jones could pay $2 million and not miss it.
Oh, he would not. I mean,
he wouldn't even know he was lost.
No, a blink of the eye. Sam Darnold, Josh Rosen. Who you got?
I'm going to side with Kirk Herbstreit and go Josh Rosen is way ahead at this point in time.
Ahead.
He's way ahead in his mechanics and the way he played for a crappier team than Sam Darnold did.
Mm.
But I think he's, from an NFL standpoint, he's ready to go, man.
Just for the comeback against A&M, I probably would agree with you. And he didn't seem to have he didn't seem to have the turnover problem that Darnold did. Up against our final break here, we'll come back. We'll finish the show out. We'll dazzle you. More Sportz Blitz Live right after this.
Clearing out all the 2017 models at Lynch Nissan of Auburn. Payments as low as $199 per month and 2 years of free maintenance with every Nissan purchase now through September 30th. But only at Lynch Nissan. Shop now at lynchnissan.com. Got your eye on a new Nissan? Get to Lynch Nissan of Auburn right now for your best deal. Save up to $8,500 off MSRP. Plus, get 2 years free maintenance on every new Nissan now through September 30th. Exclusively at lynchnissan.com.
If you're seeing the American cockroach, throw up the red flag. Ladybugs, throw up the red flag. Ants and swarming termites, throw up the red flag. And kudzu bugs, throw up the red flag. That's Red Flag Pest Control. So the caution is on. Call Red Flag Pest Control today.
I'm Scott Davis with Red Flag Pest Control, celebrating our 10th anniversary. Call me today, 256-825-0430.
When you're born, you're really young. You're like 0 years old. My grandma tells me to quit growing up so fast. But what can I do about it? My mom keeps throwing me birthday parties.
Russell Medical, comprehensive care in your corner of the world.
Walls Tire, just a mile past the bridge on Highway 280, is the Lake Martin area's complete automotive solution. At Walls, you'll find a dedicated staff offering top quality service from routine maintenance to a full engine overhaul and everything in between. Brian Walls and the folks at Walls Tire are local folks that you know, and they provide the best service always at a fair price. Find out what the rest of the Lake Martin area already knows. Walls Tire is the Lake Martin area's complete automotive solution. Just a mile past the bridge on Highway 280.
Skag, the toughest name in lawnmowers. Unmatched quality and performance for over 3 decades. The clear choice, the best mower money can buy for work or at home. Top lawn care professionals and discerning homeowners know that Skag means productivity and reliability. Every Skag mower is proudly built right here in the USA. Don't settle for anything less than simply the best. Skag.
Satterfield Outdoor Living on Highway 280 in Alex City.
Finding a job might be tough, but starting your new career has never been easier. Wellborn Cabinet in Ashland has a wide array of career opportunities with benefits. General labor production, skilled cabinet builders, product assembly line, shipping, over-the-road truck drivers, clerical, marketing, security, daycare, office clerks, and so much more. Apply in person, 38669 Highway 77 South in Ashland, or online at wellborn.com. Building cabinets, building careers, and building our community.
This segment of Sports Blitz is brought to you by Hyundai of Auburn. You owe it to yourself. Call Hyundai of Auburn today at 334-321-0777 and visit them online at HyundaiofAuburn.com.
Welcome back, everyone, to the final segment of Sports Blitz Live on this Tuesday evening. Looking at a little toss-up as we close out the show. Dan Mullen at Florida, Jeremy Pruitt at Tennessee.
I'm going to go Dan Mullen at Florida.
Think long term.
Yeah.
Think he does a better job.
I do.
Does he have a longer tenure there?
I don't know. I just think Dan Mullen did a really good job at Mississippi State with lesser than. So he's going to get better athletes at Florida, and I think he's an offensive-minded coach, and that's what Florida is an offensive-minded team, and they're going to get back to playing old-school Florida-type football where they can run and gun and go up and down the field, and that's what he likes to do.
He'll have to bring in if he brings in a quarterback like a Tim Tebow.
Well, if he brings in Dak Prescott,
Nick Fitzgerald.
He brings in Nick Fitzgerald or Dak Prescott or anybody like that down there. I mean, he was down there when Cam Newton was down there.
Yeah.
I mean, so.
Do you think Jeremy Pruitt? I mean, this is what?
Who knows, Andy? Because he's never been a head coach.
That's what I was going to say. I mean, you got Lane Kiffin, you had Dooley, you had Butch.
Sorry.
Not much has changed with Tennessee.
I mean, Jeremy Pruitt's going to have his work cut out for him.
Toss up, spot the ball at the spot of the foul for pass interference in the NFL, or keep it like it is. Keep it like it is, the spot of the foul, or change it to a 15-yard penalty like it is in college. There's talk.
What, of changing it in the NFL?
Mm-hmm.
I think the NFL, I think that is such a drastic penalty.
Oh, it's killer.
I mean, I watched New England beat Jacksonville because of it. I mean, it's just you throw the ball up, throw it short, let your receiver try to run back into the defender.
And it's judgment.
Well, but here's the deal, and I think they understand this. When you need a big play, say, look, I want you to run a go route. I'm going to underthrow the ball, and I want you to run back through the defender because the defender's running this way, Andy, and he's trying to look for the ball, and the receiver's in front of you. So when the receiver comes back to try to catch it, the rule says that it's both the defender's and the receiver's ball to get. It's when it's up in the air, it's fair game. But the receiver's going to get the benefit of the doubt, and if he runs into the defender, and it looks like he's trying to impede him from getting to it, you see the flag thrown all the time. And then when the flag's thrown in the end zone, it's first and goal, man. I mean, you can throw a 70-yard bomb and somebody pass interfere in the end zone and they move it 70 yards down to the 1-yard line. It's
the most devastating penalty in football.
It's too much. But on the flip side of that, you can just straight tackle somebody when they've beaten you by 3 yards and take away a big play. So
make it a 25-yard penalty?
I was going to say make it a bigger penalty. You know, there's different kind of fouls in basketball.
Yeah.
You know, there's flagrant 1, flagrant 2. If they're reviewing everything now anyway, why not go back to the thing?
There's on the floor. There's 1 and 1. There's 2 shots.
If it's an intentional penalty of where it was a blatant tackle in open field where the guy was beat, maybe it warrants they had to have a filling out process with the targeting call, didn't they? Mm-hmm. You know, the first year they had the targeting call. If the penalty was thrown,
couldn't take it away.
You couldn't take it away, but you could let the player stay in the game. Well, that was stupid.
Yeah.
So you go back to the camera and you go, well, they really didn't commit a penalty, but we've already thrown the flag, so it's going to stay. The next year they come back and say, if we go back to the film or go back to the camera and look, and we declare it not to be targeted and there's no foul, period, and he stays in the game. I mean, that you have to have time to tweak things and learn things, but I think it's too much of an extreme on both sides. It's too small of a penalty when you just missed a 70-yard play, but it's too drastic of a penalty to move the ball 60, 70 yards down the field on one play just because somebody tackled somebody.
And on that note, we'll call it a night.
How about that? We cover a lot of stuff.
It's like Teen Wolf without the hair.
How about that?
We appreciate all of you out there so much for joining us today. For Ryan Fuller, the man behind the glass, for Brett Pritchard, my co-host, I'm Andy Graham saying so long for now. We will talk again soon.
What's different about Hyundai of Auburn? Beautiful cars built here from parts made here. That's jobs and tax money.
And right now, Max, record low finance plans. 0% interest and $42.50 cash to spend with no budget busting repairs for a full 10 years. Drive a new Hyundai today. Check it out, HyundaiofAuburn.com.
And my Max Markdown deals. Tell them Max sent you. I might get a bonus.
Max, you're not real.
What?
Even the best of us forget sometimes. But buckling up is one thing you always want to remember.
Seatbelts save lives. Drive safe, Alabama. A message from your Alabama Department of Transportation.
Your comfort is our #1 concern. Advanced Heat and Air.
Advanced Heating and Air makes your comfort their priority for any season. Advanced Heating and Air is the region's Trane dealer and an Alabama Power Superior Solutions dealer that can save you money and energy with a new electric heat pump. Advanced Heating and Air maintains the region's best service team, so rely on us to make your comfort our #1 concern. Call 234-5052, and we're there for you. Homeowners all over Alabama have discovered that when you need your flooring clean, whether it's carpet, upholstery, or any manner of hard surfaces, there's no clean like Peaches and Clean. Serving Auburn, the Chattahoochee Valley, Montgomery, Birmingham, and the Lake Martin area. Call 866-837-6937, 866-837-6937, or visit peachesandclean.com. Caring for your floor and a whole lot more.
Heritage South Credit Union wants to help you with planning your summer vacation with the Platinum Rewards Credit Card from Heritage South Credit Union. A Platinum Rewards Credit Card offers an introductory APR of 1.99% through May 2018. Get ready to take the vacation of your dreams with the Platinum Rewards Credit Card. Visit your local Heritage South Credit Union branch today in Sylacauga, Childersburg, Moody, and the new location now open in Alexander City. Heritage South Credit Union, your community credit union for 80 years. Federally insured by NCUA.
At the Medicine Shop, we're dedicated to the idea that quality pharmacy care means more than just prompt prescriptions. When you come to the Medicine Shop Pharmacy, you'll be able to count on dependable care from a knowledgeable pharmacist. The Medicine Shop is the only compounding pharmacy in the area, and we offer the shingles vaccine year-round. Bring your prescriptions by the drive-thru on Airport Drive in Alex City, or input them online at www.medicineshop.com, or call them at 256-215-8014. The Medicine Shop, caring beyond prescriptions.